Imagine that you're given a choice. Live out the rest of your life holding on to a lie, or die staying true to yourself and to the truth. Which one would you choose? You'd probably need some context to answer a loaded question like this one. This question is a partial theme of the first part of Orb, on the movements of the Earth, a new anime this fall season. If you haven't seen the first 4 episodes yet, don't worry. I will avoid giving any spoilers in this review, just make sure that you add Orb to your watch list after you finish this video. Set in 15th century Poland, we meet our MC, Rafal. Raffle? A child prodigy that is expected to attend university early and major in theology, which is the most prestigious and important subject in the current age. Faith in God and the church is vital at this time. People with any type of heretical beliefs or ideas are subject to torture, and at worst they are burned at the stake. These would include any beliefs that stray away from Heliocentrism, the church's belief in which the earth is at the center of the universe, with the sun and stars orbiting around. Rafal has an interest in the stars and astronomy, but he knows the consequences that comes with researching that, so he instead decides just to live a chill life and study theology. That is, until he meets an interesting man that changes both his perspective and his destiny by proposing the theory of heliocentrism, the belief that the planets revolve around the sun. This brings us back to the question I posed earlier. Would you rather live out the rest of your life holding on to a lie, or die staying true to yourself and to the truth? Keep this in mind as you watch the show later. After finishing the 4th episode, I just knew I had to make a video about this, which brings me to my main takeaways from this early part of Orb. Number 1, stay true to yourself. Cliche, I know, but it's real. Staying true to yourself means sticking to your values and beliefs, even when faced with opposition. The strength to do this comes from understanding and accepting yourself for who you are, and then continuing to move forward. Like we saw with Rafal, there may come times throughout your life where people you know are influencing you to go a certain direction, but every fiber in your being is telling you to go the other direction. What will you do then? Depends on the circumstance, of course, but always try to be true to yourself. Number 2, push out of your comfort zone. The story of Orb would have never begun if Rafal chose to stay in his comfort zone and study theology. If he chose to study theology, his life would have been set. It would have been simple and comfortable. But even so, Rafal chose to pursue his passion of astronomy. He chose astronomy knowing the risk that could come from it. Which leads me to my next point. Number 3, pursuing your truth may come with a cost. Not everyone will appreciate or even accept your truth, and pursuing it may come with consequences, especially when challenging established norms like we see in Orb. To follow your truth despite opposition, you have to be true to yourself. Norms can only be changed when the people create that change. I'll stop here. If I keep going, I'll end up spoiling the show. If you haven't yet, do yourself a favor and check out Orb, out now on Netflix. Thank you all, as always, for watching. Always try to be true to yourself.